Hello all, I'm Marshal Vladimir, and this is Operation Overlord. I'm going to start with my tech rolls. I'm making one for jet fighters, one for improved construction, and one for attack transports. I will start with jet fighters at an 8. It's a 10, but its effect will be virtually non-existent at this point. Then I'll roll for improved factories at a 7. Wrong button. That's a 9. And then attack transports also at an 8. A 3. So now I've got 3 technologies on stage 1 that I'll probably never complete. So now I'm going to move forward to my purchases. So Great Britain is going to move down their 5 light cruisers into the place unit stage for 15, build an airborne for 18, a militia upgrade for 20, a marine and a transport for 30, a minor factory for 7, and a colonial for 4, so that's 41, and a militia upgrade for 43. Anzac is going to build a fighter for 10, and FAC is going to build 2 Gurkhas, a self-propelled artillery, and a militia upgrade, and then they have 1 IPP which they're going to be leasing to the United States. So now to get on with my combat moves. Okay, so this one Anzac submarine is going to move 1, 2 up into Season 91 from Season 126. The other 2 submarines are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 into Season 88 and Convoy Raid. The FEC submarine in Season 122 is also going to Convoy Raid. Okay, this destroyer is going to be taken off escort duty and move up 1, 2, 3 to Season 83 next to Aiden. The seaplane is going to go off Maritime Air Patrol and move from 1141 2 and end his patrol off Gold Coast. Oh, on Gold Coast. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be attacking Iraq with the Colonial Infantry in Transjordan and a fighter and a medium bomber from Gibraltar. That move 1, 2, 3, 4. They have an airbase, so the fighter has 2 movement left and the medium bomber has 3 movement left. Okay, here in the Atlantic, I'm going to be taking my aircraft off Maritime Air Patrol. The medium bomber is going to move to Labrador, and the fighter is going to move to Labrador. So that's 2 units off Maritime Air Patrol. This medium bomber in Season 23 is also going to move off Maritime Air Patrol and fly back to Northern England. Okay, I'm going to be sending the fighter from London to strategically bomb Paris, major factory in Paris, and then my fleet, most of my fleet in 24, with the exception of a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser, is going to move 1 space to Season 25. Oh, sorry. And then we're going to pick up 2 infantry from the Midlands. We're going to pick up 1 infantry from the Midlands and 1 infantry from London. and then we're going to drop them respectively, one in Picardy and one in Belgium. So then I'm gonna capture those. Those are just walk-ins. Just gonna move Germany down 3. There's one extra unit, sorry, that's not coming. We're going to leave one extra transport in Season 24. Sorry, my apologies. You can upload into 2 different zones with, and the rule, it's an Axis now as rule, so I'm sure most of you know that. I'm just reminding myself. So we're going to move the UK up to 30, and Germany down from 71 to 68. Okay, I believe that's all of my combat moves. Oh well. Preferred something else in my purchases, but oh well, it's fine. Too late now. And yeah, okay. So let's roll for some things. Yeah, okay, let's roll. So I'm going to start with the invasion of Iraq. I have an infantry at 1, and then a fighter at 6, and a medium bomber at 7. So I'm going to roll for the infantry in pink, the fighter in red, and the medium bomber will be in blue. There we go. So that's a hit with the fighter at a 2. So now the Germans will reply with the cavalry at a 2. Which is an 8. So no resistance there. Iraq is captured to Great Britain. It's going to be a nice collect income phase this time. So then we move up from 30 to 32 and move the Germans down from 68 to 66. Take that, Mr. Hitler. And okay, we do have, okay, so now let's do the bombing of Paris. At an 8, and then I have 2 dice for my strategic bomber. I believe I can do a maximum of 5 damage, so let's see. That's 10, so that's 5 damage. So the factory in Paris is max damaged. Okay, now I just have to do the convoy raid. It's down here. So I'm going to grab the black dice, as usual, will be my convoying submarine, and the red dice will be the defense. So, starting with the coastal submarine with a modifier of 1. So that's a 7 versus 3, so he does 4 damage, so he almost maxes out by himself. And then I'll do the 2 Anzac subs. First submarine fails to do anything, and the second submarine finishes it off. So that's $5 off Japan. Goes down from 53 to 48. So we've maxed that out, and now I believe it's on to my non-combat movements. Okay, gonna start up here at the UK. We're gonna move down this battleship and the destroyer 1, 2 spaces into 48. The medium bomber is gonna remain on maritime air patrol, and we're gonna move down the heavy cruiser, light cruiser, and transport as well. They are not going to pick up any units. The strategic bomber in Paris is going to fly back into British Midlands. No, he'll fly back. Yeah, he'll fly back. No, he's going to London. My apologies. And the fighter in London is going to move to the Midlands. Okay, that's it. Next to the UK. We'll move further down. All of this is going to remain. We're going to send down a couple fighters from Gibraltar into Tripolitania. And then we're also going to non-combat move up an FEC and a British infantry into Transjordan. The medium bomber is going to fly 1, 2, 3 down to Tripolitania. And the fighter, because he only has two movement left, is going to fly down to eastern Egypt. We're actually, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, that's it for those movements. Down to India. So the infantry in southern India is going to move to Maharashtra, and I'm also going to rail 1 infantry from Calcutta into Maharashtra. We're going to move the 4 infantry and the Gurkha from Bengal into Burma. From Calcutta, let me see, how many AA do I have? Just 2. Right, we're going to move 1 anti-aircraft gun, 2 Gurkhas, and we have 9 infantry, so, and 6 infantry. One space into Bengal. You just have 1, 2. The 2 fighters are going to move 1, 2 into Ceylon. Okay, so we do have some movement as Anzac. Anzac is going to move a motorised infantry from Queensland 1, 2 into Western Australia. They're also going to move Rail 1 infantry from New South Wales into Western Australia and move their navy to season 114 and using the transport picking up 2 infantry. We have 3 infantry and a motorised. That just leaves us with 1 infantry that is remaining in Sydney, and the fighter is going to fly 1, 2, also to Western, 1, 2, 3, also to Western Australia. And I believe that is it for my non-combat movements. So let me go into place units. Anzac is the fighter. They're the simplest. The fighter is going to be placed in Sydney. FEC is going to build a self-propelled gun in Haryana. And they're going to build 2 Gurkhas in Burma, so with 6 Gurkhas and an artillery and a militia there. And then they have a militia upgrade, which is going to be done in Burma. So we now have 6 infantry, an infantry, and an artillery. That is FEC. They're also going to be lend-leasing 1 IPP to the United States of America, and it's going to be sent to the East Coast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should avoid any interdiction. So that moves them up to 89, I believe. And then let's go into the UK. They're going to build a minor factory in eastern Egypt. They're going to build a colonial infantry in eastern Egypt. They're going to build a militia upgrade they're going to place a militia upgrade also in eastern Egypt. Then we have another militia upgrade which is supposed to go... I don't actually remember where this one was going, but I should be able to find a place. Plenty of militia. We're going to upgrade the militia in Western Egypt. Then we're going to build an airborne and a marine in London. I think that's supposed to have an infantry on it. So we're going to build an airborne and a marine there. And then we're going to build 5 light cruisers and a transport to join the fleet. And Sea Zone 25. So that is that. Okay, so now we collect income. So the UK is on 32, and they go up 3 for their bonus for controlling Eastern Egypt, I believe. Where is that? Great Britain. 3 for the Suez Canal in Eastern Egypt. And it is not true that there is no Axis submarine on any British Commonwealth convoy line because, of course, of this Japanese coastal submarine in season 124. So they are on 32 plus 5, so then they go up to 35. And I shall roll my wartime economy roll shortly. Anzac is on 7 plus 2 to 9. I don't believe... What's their bonus? No enemy surface warships, so that submarine is not an issue. And FEC collects. They're on 10, and they also get a $2 bonus. So FEC collects 12. Let me roll my wartime economy roll. 9. So with that 9 IPP, we're going to give it all to the UK to end with 44. Okay. So now we're going to move to Free France. And Free France is going to be building a single lone infantry. And now we get on to their combat movements. And they do actually have combat movements this round. They're going to be taking their fighter off Maritime Air Patrol and landing him in Trippa in southern Algeria. And then we're going to move nah, I won't do that. Then I'm going to move 5 infantry. We're going to move our 5 infantry, our mountain infantry, an artillery, and a jet fighter to invade Tunisia. So, once again, it is a defensive, but now we actually have a high-hitting unit. And hopefully, he rolls like it. And the Italians have 5 infantry and a militia on defense. So this is my 3rd desert offensive, and hopefully not my 3rd disaster. We have 5 infantry at 1 because of the terrain. That's no hits. Then we have 2 at 2. The artillery is first strike, so this is the artillery. Oh, come on, that was going to be a hit. That was almost a hit. And miss, 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 miss. Beautiful. And our jet fighter at 8. A miss. Beautiful. 3rd disaster, it appears. Militia at 2. That was a hit. I was going to be sad. I mean, it's on the wrong side of the battle board. Oh well, I don't mind. 5 infantry. 2 hits. Come on, we really need to get rid of this bad luck somehow. Wait, did we have 6 infantry? We had 6 infantry, so we're going to roll for our extra infantry. That's a mess. That's fine. What do I expect? There are 12. You don't expect... You're at 1, sorry. You don't expect hits from units at 1. Then we roll for our 4 units at 1. And they don't get hits. We'd like 1 hit from these 2, please. They don't get hits. And 1 hit from our jet fighter. We do get a hit from our jet fighter. So that'll be their militia gone, but it still gets to roll. Two hits back. We're already committed, so I guess we'll just roll attack for 1 more round. Miss. Miss. We're gonna retreat. we retreat regardless of the roll, basically. And then they get 2 hits. Ugh, come on. Oh, we have our artillery still. Free France is the worst nation to ever exist. Their luck in this game has been absolutely abysmal. So our 3rd desert offensive and our 3rd desert disaster. Humph. That is a serious harumph. They're all going to remain in southern Algeria. And then we're going to place our extra infantry there and go home and cry. They collect 3 again, and that's that. So I'll pass it on to the veteran with his Italian turn for July of 1943, and I'll see you next time. Bye.